Hello, my name is Alex Fan. I go by the name of Meals in game. Today I will be presenting a Aurelion Sol guide presented by AT&T. Aurelion Sol is a mid laner that usually roams and team fights really well in any team. He's really flexible as a champion and allows damage to be dealt in any time of the fight as long as you want. I'm gonna show you the spells of Aurelion Sol. So his easiest spell would be his passive, which is the stars that allows him to do damage. And your W allows you to expand your passive. You will always do more damage when your W is activated. Your Q is like a stun. You can go however far it goes while you're in the range of a circle, a certain zone that Aurelion Sol has. Your E is a flight. You basically can turn this, unlike the PC counterpart of Aurelion Sol. Your ult will knock back any opponents like this when they're in range of melee, and they'll get CC'd, knocked out for a bit. So that's the basic guides of Aurelion Sol spells. So this here is my Aurelion Sol build. I always love going Rod of Ages. It's the best scaling item for Aurelion Sol. Once you hit that late game power spike, you're up and active. Usually I would rush Leandri second because it's just the best item for him in general after Rod of Ages. You will always burn your opponents with the stars, and you're always dealing extra damage with your stars as time progresses. Your boots and chance usually would be Zhonya's, is what I would go, because it allows you to do damage while being in stasis. This just helps him do more damage while he's alive before he's dead, and you're always going to be the one initiating team fights for your team. So fourth item, I would go the Infinity Orb. This item allows your spells to be like empowered. When the enemy is really low, your spells are empowered by 20% critical strike when enemies are below 35% HP. Then I would rush into a Rabadon's Death Cap. This allows all AP to be increased by 40%. This is the huge power spike for Aurelion Sol. Then last item, I usually go Void Stab because late game, enemies are stacking magic resist for you because you're really strong on Aurelion Sol. And yeah. And then my runes, I would go Conquer, Brutal, Adaptive Carapace, and Sweet Tooth. And for your summoner spells, I would highly recommend Barrier and Flash. So on my first buy, I would buy Ruby Crystal because this is just the best build for him. It allows him to sustain as an early game flex champion. So here, we'll just push the lane as quick as we can and get, it doesn't matter how much poke damage you take, as long as you're just pushing the lane. And melee champs, as I said, will always get out damage in your level 2 before any champion. And you can always roam. It allows you to roam, hit scryers, put down wards, and then you can just reset off the first wave, just like that. After you push your lane in the mid lane, you would always want to roam as Aurelion Sol to help your team get a lead in any way possible, shape, or form. So in Wild Rift, your Q will always show an indicator on the mini-map, which allows you to know where your star is going, and then so you would activate that, and then you would press E. Your Q usually is the same speed as your E, but it gets faster over time as you level up your E. And then you get a huge star to any lane or anywhere that you would want, and that would help your team engage and get a kill lead, however you would want. Aurelion Sol's worst matchup would be Ziggs because he out-pokes, out-ranges Aurelion Sol. It's really hard for him to deal any damage in team fights. So rune I would take against Ziggs would be Second Wind, which allows you to heal any poke damage over time when you're out of combat. This is really helpful against Ziggs, mostly because you're roaming and you're not really facing Ziggs inside his lane. His easiest matchup would be melee matchups because, well, you're Aurelion Sol and you can counter their engages. With Aurelion Sol, usually when teams are camping objectives and stuff, or starting objectives, you would always want to start at a maximum limit of where your Q can land, and then your flight distance as well. So here, I would start a star right here, and then allow myself to fly to Rift Herald with a max star that can cover the entire Rift Herald, and the entire enemy is just stunned. What are they gonna do? Then your team can clean up and you're just there doing damage with your build on Aurelion Sol. This champion requires lots of map awareness, unique movement, and you need to know enemy movement speed as well to help your champion be as successful as you want. So my favorite Aurelion Sol skin would be Ashen Lord Aurelion Sol. He has fighters for stars instead of just the regular blue stars that he has. And it's just really awesome that they have the skin in Wild Rift as well. If you would like any other champion guys from us in the Wild Rift team, please like and subscribe and comment what champion we should do next down below. Thanks for watching.